Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into why no business decision ever really happens in a vacuum. We're going to trace the ripple effects of just a single change and see exactly how far they travel, touching everyone from the boardroom all the way out to the local community. You know that feeling, right? When a favorite snack suddenly changes its recipe, or when your local bank branch, the one you've gone to for years, just vanishes. These things can feel so random and frustrating, but they're always part of a much bigger picture. And that picture affects a whole lot of people in some very, very different ways. So to really get a grip on this whole ripple effect, there's one key term we need to understand: stakeholder. Now, I know it sounds a little corporate, a little jargony, but it's actually super simple. A stakeholder is basically anyone, any person or any group who has a reason to care whether a business succeeds or fails. All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the ripple effect itself. Then we'll dive into the impact inside the business and then the impact outside the business. And we'll wrap it all up with what I like to call the great balancing act. Just think of any business change like a stone dropped into a calm pond. The splash is the decision, and the ripples, well, they just keep spreading out. Take, for example, when Coles Supermarket started testing out drone delivery in Australia. That one move didn't just affect Coles. Nope. It created ripples that touched their employees, their customers, their suppliers, and even the folks just living nearby. So let's start with those inner ripples, the people who feel the waves first and usually the strongest. We're talking about the internal stakeholders, the owners who finance the whole thing, the managers who have to make it run, and the employees who do the actual work. First up, the owners. These are the people and the shareholders who've put their own cash on the line, all in the hope of getting a return on that investment. For owners, this is a real high-stakes game. If a change pays off, they could see a huge return on their money and maybe even build a stronger, more connected team. But if it fails, oof, they could lose a ton of money, face unbelievable stress, and, you guessed it, they're the ones who get the blame. It's the absolute definition of risk versus reward. Okay, let's move on to the managers. These are the folks on the front lines, the ones whose job it is to actually implement the change and make it a reality. You know, for managers, change is a total double-edged sword. On one side, it's this fantastic opportunity to learn new things, climb the career ladder, maybe even get a nice bonus. But on the other side, they are completely caught in the middle. The workload can get insane, they're dealing with resentment from their own teams, all while worrying about their own job if things go south. And now, let's talk about the group that probably feels the day-to-day impact more than anyone else: the employees. A change can be an amazing thing for an employee's career, right? It can open up new doors for a promotion or give them training and really valuable new skills. But that fear of the downside, it is very, very real. A new piece of tech or a big company shakeup can mean the threat of redundancy is suddenly hanging over your head. And that creates incredible stress and worry about financial security. Okay, let's follow those ripples as they spread even further out, way beyond the company's walls. We're now moving to the external stakeholders: the customers buying the products, the suppliers providing the materials, and the entire community where the business calls home. Let's start with the customers. Because, let's be honest, making them happy is usually the whole point of a business change in the first place. But it doesn't always quite work out that way. So on the one hand, customers can be thrilled by a change. They might get better quality stuff, pay lower prices, or feel good about supporting a company that's being more responsible. But they can also get really frustrated. Remember that recipe change we talked about, or when a product you love just gets discontinued? Yeah, when quality drops or prices shoot up, customer satisfaction can disappear in a flash. Next up, we have the suppliers. These are all the other businesses in the supply chain, the ones providing the raw materials and resources that make everything else possible. You see, for suppliers, it all comes down to dependency. If a business change leads to massive growth, its suppliers could see a huge boom in their own sales. It's fantastic. But if that same business decides to switch to a cheaper supplier overseas, its original partner could suddenly be facing a crisis, losing contracts or being forced into expensive changes they never even asked for. And finally, let's look at the widest ripple of them all: the general community. This is everybody who lives and works in the area right around a business. In this example, wow, it just perfectly illustrates how deep these impacts can run. When Australia's car manufacturing industry basically shut its doors in 2017, the negative ripples were absolutely devastating for those local communities. I mean, thousands of jobs were lost, which led to less money being spent in local shops and cafes. It created this horrible economic domino effect. But it also shows that even from something so negative, a new kind of potential can emerge. In this case, the chance to build a brand new, high-tech electric vehicle industry from the ground up. So we've seen how one single change can be a huge win for one group, but a crushing loss for another. And this brings us to the final and maybe the trickiest piece of this whole puzzle, the great balancing act. And as our source material makes crystal clear, this isn't just some interesting theory. For a business to actually succeed in the long run, it absolutely has to consider all of these competing interests. Because ignoring one group just to please another, that can backfire, big time. So let's boil it all down. What are the key takeaways here? Well, first, any single change creates this incredibly complex web of effects. Second, that same change can easily be a win for an owner, but a loss for an employee. And because of that, the most successful businesses are the ones that can skillfully balance all of these competing needs. And honestly, in our world of constant change, that skill is more critical than ever. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. We've seen how change is so often forced on stakeholders, but what if they were involved from the very beginning? What if employees and customers and even community members were brought into the planning process? Could that lead to not just smoother changes, but to stronger, more innovative, and more resilient outcomes for everyone? It really makes you think, doesn't it? Thanks for joining us.